Welcome back to Boshindra Cement Straight Drive, and it was complete domination by Sylhet Titans over Noakhali Express. We expected them to do better with the bat, but it wasn't meant to be. Noakhali Express were bowled out for just 61 runs. They couldn't even complete their 20 overs. Thanks to Nasum Ahmed, he was the star of the show, picking up 5 wickets for just 7 runs. What a spell of bowling that was from him. And in response, Sylhet made it comfortably 62 for 4. It was for them. Tawfiq Khan having a bit of fun with the bat. This is how the standings are at this point of time. Sylhet, much needed win for them. They've got points on board, and they are on now equivalent with Chattogram, Rangpur, Sylhet and Rajshahi Warriors. Dhaka Capitals have lost 3 and Noakhali have lost all 4 games that they've played. Yeah, what a win by Sylhet Titans. I'm sure the home side, all the fans here must be really happy to see complete domination from them. Not to be for Noakhali Express, they've just been completely lackluster in all their games so far, and they were bundled out really cheaply. To talk more about this, I've got with me Shomanoy Ghosh and Ramiz Raja. Shomanoy, a wonderful performance by Sylhet Titans. We said that they've lost their last 2 games, so it was just nice to see them come back to their winning ways.
Yeah, absolutely, and particularly, you know, for the fans, I think they have been delighted. The Sylhet Titans fans, they've been so passionate and so diligent, you know, so consistent. They've come in here, supported the team time and time again, regardless of the losses. So it's good, and also for the table, you know, augurs well for the Boshindra Cement BPL, because you've seen 4 teams now tying on points, even though Sylhet have played more matches, but plenty to look forward to.
Plenty to look forward to indeed. Nasum Ahmed then, he was the star of the show today, Ramiz. I mean, the kind of performance we saw from him just kind of took the opposition out immediately with his bowling performance.
Yeah, so many things to like about his bowling. He keeps it simple. Number one, he knows his boundaries. He bowls within the stumps, and it's such a difficult thing to do, to bowl with a new ball, because, you know, it's about control, dewy conditions at times. You lose the grip. And when the charge is on, you've got to adjust also. But this is an incredible performance in T20. You know, 5 for 7. When does that happen? But he is such a good bowler for Bangladesh, because he attacks. He's a wicket-taking option. He can be disciplined and control the flow of the innings. He does have the quality to counter the aggression. So many things to like about him.
When you talk about a spinner, having all kinds of variations then, Shomanoy, it just, you know, as a spinner, how much of an advantage is it when you have all the variations up your sleeve?
Yeah, but definitely. You need the variety. You need to have different options up your sleeve, particularly how the game has evolved over time, right? So he does have that, as Ramiz bhai already mentioned. He bowls with the new ball. He has the stock ball, the arm ball, the quicker one, and then he bowls it smartly. You know, he bowls with a lot of guile, slows it down as well, and he's a brave bowler.
Yeah, I mean, length, and I've played such bowlers, you know, in my career, and they're very difficult to get to the fence, because it's an unusual angle. It's like an in-swinging angle by a bowler who bowls out-swingers generally. So you have to adjust, and driving him through the offside can be very tough. But his arm deliveries, and look at the accuracy. He's always hitting the stumps invariably. And so the leg before is in play, bowled out is in play. You know, the slip comes into play as well. One is stock delivery if it turns on a turning track. And on a turning track, I think it'll be a much more difficult
also,
proposition.
when you talk about his action, you know, when you talk about spinners around the world, there are certain spinners who've been very hard to pick. Yeah. When you look at the way he bowls, Ramiz, yeah, what makes him so difficult as a bowler?
So obviously they're not picking him his rich position, and he bowls from wider to the stumps. He comes from closer to the stumps. Look at the angle that he creates. From that wider angle, normally you should be ready for that in-swinging, slanting angle, but somehow he deceives them and he gets the ball. If that ball turns from that angle, it becomes so difficult really to then master and so difficult to play.
And having that, when you talk about different release points, you see all the spinners in the world, Shamuna, and they, some are easy to read off the hand and others are not. With him, it's just very difficult to get that distinction. I mean, he definitely is somebody who could really be useful in the T20 World Cup as well when you talk about what he offers as a spinner.
I think that's what has cemented his place in the T20 side. And earlier we heard from the Sylhet Titans spin bowling coach Namulok Jr. as well, who tagged him as, if not the best, then one of the best white ball spinners in Bangladesh cricket. And he's been consistent, and with the ball in hand, he has been accurate.
Yeah, he's got a great attitude as well. When you talk about just having a positive energy about him, that's one thing that we love about spinners as well. Now, he is also created some records in the BPL. He is in the top 5 all-time best figures. You talk about the BPL, he comes in the top 5 all-time best figures, and it's 5 for 7. Imagine just giving 7 runs. So he's not able to just take wickets, but he's also economical. And we see that often actually when you talk about spinners, Ramiz. There are certain spinners which are on the expensive end and who give away a lot of runs but take a lot of wickets. With him, when you have a spinner, and I'm sure you can give examples from your time as well when you were playing in your career, having a spinner like that at your disposal who's able to do both.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a square turner we're talking about. It was a battable pitch, and to get such figures is incredible. John Embry from my era was a bit like him. So John Embry was an off spinner, very tall, and he used to bowl in the death part of the one-day innings, and he was so good. He'd bowl a Yorker, and he'll have the variations as well, very accurate like Nasum, but he's different. And I think, as I asked him at the match presentation, moving forward in Sri Lankan conditions, he could be a handful because those pitches will offer him assistance. And just imagine him bowling the in-swinging slant and the natural variation, taking the ball away from the right-hander. So a lot to look forward to, really.
In response, Shamuna, the chase was relatively simple. Of course, there were a couple of wickets, but Tawfiq decided to have a bit of fun.
Yeah, and why not? Especially when you know that it's a low score you've got to chase. Might as well grab the opportunity with both hands. And exactly what Tawfiq Khan Tushar did. You know, he comes from this part of Bangladesh. He is a Sylheti. And given the opportunity today, he played his strokes, 7 boundaries. Is it good to see the level of optimism with what he batted with? And especially when, you know, they were losing wickets as well. You don't want to drag this game, especially as it is a low scoring total. You want to have that
also.
Yeah?
Yeah. Net run rate aspect comes into play as well. Continue, please.
Yeah, the net run rate aspect comes into place because they played more matches and the 4 teams tied on the same point. So that, I'm sure, played into his mind.
Noakhali Express then, Ramiz, they've lost.
Derailed quite badly. The Express.
Yeah, exactly. The Express has been derailed.
They become passenger train, unfortunately.
I mean, they had Mohammad Nabi. You know, they had Shamia Sarkar, so it wasn't like they weren't strengthened. They were strengthened by having 2 experienced players, but the delivery was not there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Zainab, no, in T20, if you're on that winning streak, then you're unstoppable. Once you start losing, it becomes so difficult to get back on track. And that is what we're seeing from Noakhali, because nothing seems to be working. Now, obviously, that 6-day gap didn't work. I don't know whether they were practicing or resting. I don't know. I mean, whether they need more domestic talent. You know, because at the end of the day, the teams that will have better local potential and talent will win. So maybe they need to look at that aspect also, maybe get another overseas player flown in. Maybe they need a solid all-rounder who can help them with batting and bowling.
Absolutely. There you go. You heard it from Ramiz Raja as well. Winning is a habit and so is losing. That's what's happened with the Noakhali Express. Now, time to have a quick look at what we have for you lined up. The action continues. Sylhet Titans have won, and now it's time to see the table toppers. It is Chattogram Royals. They've been absolutely magnificent, and they are up against an equally strong team in the form of Rangpur Riders. We'll be seeing you at 5:15 for the 6 p.m. start. Right then, this is going to be a fantastic contest, Shamuna. It's Chattogram versus Rangpur. Both the teams are looking really good. What's your pick then?
Do I have to pick the team now?
Why not? I'm putting you on the spot.
She always puts me in the spot.
Pick Noakhali Express.
Ravi's by picking me as well. Yeah, but yeah, you know, both the teams in red hot form, looking good. Promises to be a cracking of an encounter.
He still did not answer.
Yeah, he's sitting on the fence. Let him sit on the fence. I think I want Chattogram to win because Rangpur are a solid team, you know. So let's give them a hard time tonight.
All right, then there you heard it. We've got some strong picks here by Ramiz Raja and Shomonoy Ghosh, who never really answered my question.
Non-committal he was.
Yeah, it was non-committal. He said it should be a really good contest. That wasn't the question, Shomonoy. But we'll let you go this time.
Yeah.
We'll let you go this time. Right then.
Because he's wearing a hat.
All right, then. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your thoughts. Always a pleasure to have you guys here on Straight Drive. And we will be seeing you guys at 5:15 for this wonderful encounter lined up for you.